All right, I'm going to have a go at the Guardian's weekly Everyman crossword. Came out last night. Let's see what Everyman has for us this week. The Fairy King in Borneo Resort. Is it a hidden clue? A hidden clue within Borneo Neores Eoriso? Oh, I think it's a resort of Borneo, and Oberon, I think, is in a Shakespeare play, Midsummer Night's Dream, I think. I think that's it. All right, how about Dirty Money's source concerning fraud in sports equipment? I think it's going to be Dirty Money's source. Now, I wonder if it's literally dirty money. Um, Blackmail would be 9 letters. Blackmail scheme. But I can't see wordplay. I think concerning might be re or on, and then a word for fraud, and all of that is going to go into sports equipment. Oh, could be balls, B, and then maybe ending in LLS, or bats. No, I don't see that. Burmese city developed ladders. Tell me more. Oh, I'm thinking it might be Rangoon. Tell me more would be go on. How is developed? Oh, that's very clever. If stockings developed ladders, then they ran. I like it. Bedtime booze. Oh, well, I'm wondering about nightcap. That's too short. Nightcaps. Coming drop of tequila tops. Oh, drop of tequila, I think might just be the first letter of tequila. T. Tops. Oh, but coming is nigh. The end of the world is nigh, is coming. And then tops, I think, would be caps. All right, I'm happy with that. All right, let's go back to the acrosses. Craving for drink, sun moves eastward in short-sleeved top. I'm thinking short-sleeved top might be the definition. And yes, so I think craving for drink would simply be thirst. And a sun, I think, would be the S in the word thirst. Oh, yeah, I was reading it the other way around, and I was saying surely the S moves the other way to get t-shirt, but we have to start with the t-shirt, move the S, and I think then get thirst, if I'm reading that correctly. All right, infant, happy to count. An infant might be a tiny tot. And if you're happy, you are up. And if you tot up things, you count them. Decorate cake. Well, surely ice something. Yeah, and then a younger scout would be a cub getting the final letter of lemonade. And an ice cube might keep it cool. Keeps thick jeans out for cold weather clothing. All right, I think it's going to be cold weather clothing. Out is an anagram indicator, and very handily keeps thick jeans are 3 5-letter words, so it's easy to add that up or multiply in this case to get 15 letters. I think it must be something jacket. But what's the 9-letter word beginning with S? We're going to have a P after the S and the... we're going to have another K. And a bunch of E's. O and an N. Oh, I think a sheepskin jacket. They were very popular. Was it in the 70s or 80s? I don't know if they're as popular now. I'm fairly confident that that is the anagram, but I'm not going to go and check. All right, advice regarding no-fly zone. Let's change subject. I think it's don't go there would be to change the subject, and that's what you would advise someone about a no-fly zone. All right. Ooh, so it's not blackmail. Yeah, bedspreads, body. Yeah, I don't know. Dirty money source like blood money, but don't see it. Not hip, not fancy, and balding. That's a great clue. I think fancy is telling us to anagram not hip, not. And I think it's thin on top. I am a little bit thin on top, but at least I have a lot left. All right, peacekeepers, right. Release from enclosure. Okay, I think the peacekeepers are the United Nations, and if you write something, you pen it, and if you unpen an animal, you release it from its enclosure. Favorite, Oxford perhaps, with a flower, or flower, could be a river. Oh, I'm thinking a favorite is a pet. Oxford is a uni, and then with a, you get a petunia. How Spooner introduces Hancock to Stormer, a little furry creature. Now, who's the Hancock? I don't think it's Herbie Hancock or Tony Hancock. Oh, there is a Matt Hancock in UK politics and Keir. So Matt Keir, Meerkat, I think. Merkat, I think that's it. A little furry creature. I like that. All right, desist from throwing up cooking vessels. All right, well, if you desist from something, you stop, and that is a reversal of pots. Bean containers rejected in a mood. Ah, that's a nice pair of reversal indicators there. Baked beans come in a tin. Tins backwards is a snit, a mood. What is this? Oh, bed sitter fits, but I don't think it's going to be bed sitter. No, still don't get that. Guilty. Eve naughtily eats, satisfying an insidious serpent in the beginning. Well, this is the trademark everyman clue, where we have to take the first letters, sometimes the last letters, but usually he'll say primarily or principally. And here he very cleverly says in the beginning, which is very thematically related. And then the first letter of all the other words spelled Genesis, which also describes some of what happens in Genesis. That is very clever. I think that's one of his best clues of that type. All right, word for word. I think it might simply be a synonym. And so it's just a cryptic, not that cryptic, but I may be wrong. I'm sure there could be other answers that would fit. Well, let's try that. Mechanics, nasty, accident. All right, I think it's an anagram of mechanics, and I think we have mischance, not a word I think I've ever used, but I'm sure I've come across it at some point. Shocked exclamation, G, venomous reptile. All right, G, I think is just spelling out the letter G, the way it would appear in a dictionary. And a venomous reptile could be an asp, and that together gives us a gasp. What the competent come up to score. Oh, that's a great clue. I don't get it, but I like it. Score, of course, is 20. What the competent. Yeah, don't get it. What a patient needs is occasional sipping. Oh, could the definition be what a patient needs? I'm thinking nursing, but is occasional. That sounds like maybe we take every other letter. Or, yeah, it could be a word for occasional is sipping, or taking in is. Yeah, I don't get that one. Everyman's standing up with very loud resentment. All right, I think everyman is, if he said that, he might say I am or I'm, and if that is standing up, you get am I. And in music, loud is forte, very loud is FF. So I think you can be miffed. So I suppose I only ever hear the word as miffed. I don't think I've ever heard the noun miff. Have I? Meaning resentment? Who knows? All right, one more down. Let's do that. Darts players' limits discovered in Rochester. Well, I'm wondering if players' limits might be the P and the S. Do those two letters go inside? I don't know what Rochester, wasn't he an Earl? Earl of Rochester. And then that might mean darts. No, I don't get that. All right. Step one, to be embraced by celebrity. I think the definition is a step. One can be the letter I, and that is embraced by a star, a celebrity, to give a stare. Hubby explaining what happens after teams change ends. Oh, I think your hubby could be your other half, not your better half, of course. That's the wife. And so after teams change ends, they play the other half, I think. Ink in sketch. Let's see, that is 11 letters. Representing or representing. Where to find washers? Oh, I think that would be everything and the kitchen sink. Yeah, that seems like the right anagram. Cuts some sweet chestnuts. Well, hidden within sweet chestnuts, we have etches. To cut into something is to etch. According to Cockney, all right, we're going to drop an H. Caribbean countries having decentish innings. What's the Caribbean country that begins with an H? Haiti. But I can't think of another. And then having decentish innings, but question mark. No, I don't get that one. All right, we've looked at everything once. Not too bad. So we have all the letters we're going to get for 2 down, and I'm sure that is very obvious. Oh, it's something racket, which would be the... Oh, actually the whole definition is sports equipment, of course. Badminton racket. So dirty, I think, is bad. Money's source is mint. Concerning is on. And fraud is a racket. All right, should have seen that sooner, but that's all right. Here's what the competent come up to. Oh, yes, I think if you are good enough, you come up to scratch, they say. All right, he wasn't up to scratch. And to score something, like make a mark in it, then maybe you scratch it. All right, here's our darts. Oh, yes. The darts players' limits, the line I think that they can come up to is called the Ocky. And we remember that from Jockey on the Ocky. Is that what they said? Jockey at the Ocky. Anyway, Jockey Wilson. And that is just a hidden clue within Rochester. All right, this does look like nursing. What a patient needs is occasional. Oh, it's a double definition. If you have a drink that you're drinking slowly, just sipping occasionally, you're nursing your drink. That is clever. I've definitely nursed a drink myself. All right, so according to Cockney, Caribbean countries having decentish innings. Oh, yeah, so I think it is Haiti, and then without the H, it's 80. I don't know why 80. If someone is a cricket fan and can explain, I know obviously 100, a century is what everyone sets out to score. But I don't get is it a significant number in cricket, or did every man just choose that because he just wanted something to represent the number 80 and thought, oh, cricket score of 80 would be good? Anyway, amazingly, I've finished all of that. Not too bad, not as good as last week, but I'll definitely take that. It's possible I made an error. We don't have the check this button, but if I did have a typo or some other error, please let me know in the comments. Anyway, thank you as always for watching and have a great day.